This is Paul. Yeah. Negligent misrepresentation, a careless or inadvertent false statement in circumstances where care should have been taken. Yes. Now, this representation of the let's see, prosecuting attorney's office. Yeah. See, my wife said that she was self-represented. Right. Ex parte. Mhm. But the truth was, there was a prosecuting attorney that represented her. Yes. And there were communications between the two of them. Yes. While I was in jail. Yes, he was. And when I got out of jail. And when I was on probation. Yes. Now, it would have been a negligent misrepresentation for her to say that she was motioning the court ex parte, pro se. Yes. When she really did have an attorney representing her. Yes. And you can't issue a protection order when the attorney representing her in the Superior Court of Guam, yes, had an obligation to inform her that Paul's on probation. Yes. He's entered into diversion. Right. He's going to be evaluated. Yes. And then he'll have to do whatever the judge says. Now, let's say you're negligent. You're negligent in that you issued a protection order for 1 year. Yes. When my wife had legal representation. Yes. Because the prosecuting attorney was representing her on Guam. Well, then I would say that it was false. Yes. It was false evidence. Right. It was fraudulent. Yes. It was kidnapping. International. Yes. To say in any court hearing that I don't have an attorney when it was the people of Guam that was representing her. Yes. Now, for each and every one of those prosecuting attorneys in the individual cities and counties, yes, there is an individual known as the Attorney General of each state. Yes. Their obligation is to protect the individuals in the state of Washington. Yes. For lawsuits for the risk of refusing to acknowledge the obligations of law. Now, Bob. This false evidence, fabricated evidence, forged evidence, and tainted evidence. Yes. It is tainted, forged, fabricated, and false evidence, right? To say I was in Squim when I wasn't. It's false, fabricated, forged, and tainted evidence, yes, to say I was in Jefferson County. Now, Bob, I want every Attorney General of the United States to understand, yes, that I will sue for the risk management pools, yes, of each and every one of these government entities, yes, that has any knowledge of the obstruction, yes, of administration government, or obstruction government administration. Oh, is that how you say it? Now, I'm wanting to put in prison all these attorney generals right now. Now, for Rapadapadapados, yes, and the other individuals in the prosecuting attorney's office on Guam, yes, to advise the individual known as the victim, wow, on Guam, yes, you have obstructed justice, yes, and you are obstructing government administration. And as a U.S. territory, yes, I'm going to sue you. Now, that prosecuting attorney did not have the legal right, yes, to inform the individual known as the accused, the alleged victim, yes, that she should have motioned the court for a protection order in Washington State while I was on probation on Guam. You can't say that you don't have an attorney, yes, when it was the people of Guam that was representing you, yes. And as I remember it, during the court hearings, she made sure that the judge did hear, yes, that Heidi, yes, and herself, yes, were communicating using email.